When you know that you are queer, but your favorite drink is beer, that's gayish. You can bottom without stopping, but you can't stand going shopping, that's gayish. Oh, gayish, you're probably gayish. Well, life's just too short for narrow stereotypes, so it's gayish. We're also gayish. It's gayish with Mike and Kyle. Went to NASCAR for vacation and you packed your lubrication, that's gayish. You can kill and skin a bear, but love listening to Cher, that's gayish. Oh, gayish, you're probably gayish. Life's just too short for narrow stereotypes, so it's gayish. We're also gayish. It's gayish with Mike and Kyle.
Hello, everyone in the podcast universe. This is Gayish,
the podcast that believes understanding Lindsay Lohan is half the battle.
Who?
You're not there. You have the full battle left ahead of you. I'm sorry.
I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz.
We're here to bridge the gap between sexuality and actuality. Kyle.
Mike.
What was that weirdness we just heard?
I don't get it. I messed up. I'm sorry. I take it all back. It sounded new and interesting and exciting.
Yeah.
That musical lick of my eardrum.
Yeah. Did you like that ear hole?
I loved it. It feels
hole.
good. Get it back. I rewinded it twice.
Great.
In a row to get it back.
Great.
So I could hear it double the time.
Ooh, today we're going to talk about doubles.
Double. There's a lot that doesn't make any sense, and you're right, but there's lots of things that start with double that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But what was that? Wait, do we want to talk more about that music?
Yeah, I mean, it was time.
You wrote it. It's good.
Yeah, great. Moving on.
Okay.
No, I mean, if people hate it, they can't say so, because then, I'll cry.
Oh, make Mike cry. That'd be fun. No, it's, you already, I mean, as we're learning about podcasting, it is a little bit easier to own our own music, but also, is that stupid to get into with people? Do they care? I don't know. But also, you write really good things.
Earworms.
Ew.
Also,
I got earworms from this one guy. Okay, what?
Are we ready for news?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, we're not.
Okay, it's news time.
Oh, okay, real quick.
Here's some news.
Real quick, though.
Today.
Wait. Oh, what?
No, not today.
Oh, we're talking. No,
we're 2 years old.
Oh, that's
happy 2-year anniversary.
Happy 2 anniversary.
Happy
hypothetical champagne falling all over us in the form of cum. What?
And confetti.
It's confetti.
Confetti. Confettuccine.
We've. It's moldy. It just tastes moldy in my mouth when I hear it. Okay. Yeah, we've been doing this for 2 years.
We've been doing this for 2 years.
Why?
I don't know.
Against all odds.
People keep listening.
Yeah, thanks. We're 2 years old, which means we're gnawing on things we shouldn't and behaving
just
poorly.
being a jerk.
You're being a real douche. We're now at the point where you're questioning why you even birthed this podcast to begin with. Can we give this back, or do we have to keep this podcast?
Yeah. Can we give this podcast a 24th trimester abortion?
It's how big of basket do I need to get to leave you in front of the fire station?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're 2 years old and just ready for the next 2 or more.
I should have said an 11th trimester abortion, I think.
I got your joke and didn't care enough about math to really think about it, so I don't care.
Great. Gayish.
Gayish. I don't really care that much. Yes, and so during this episode, we're going to be announcing very exciting things. You already heard one exciting thing, which is Mike's voice singing beautiful singings at the beginning.
Yep.
And very exciting things happening, exciting things going on. We'll tell you more, but we'll hold you in suspense.
Do you know what else they're hearing?
What are they hearing?
They're hearing brand new microphone sounds.
Yeah, I'll let you.
You got us new microphones.
I did.
As a birthday present.
Yeah, it's a 2-year birthday present.
Which, because I'm 2, I played with the box instead of the microphone.
Well, you did try to. No, you didn't try to. You put the microphone in your mouth.
This thing is girthy.
It's heavy. It's thick. It's real short, though. I mean,
I prefer yours, though, because it's darker.
I got you at the classic champagne. I just see you as the classic champagne style radio person. You know, like your voice is like a cool radio voice, and mine is purple. Because that's, I don't know, that's clear to me.
That one is clearly yours.
I know, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we won't give it all away up front. We'll go against my usual motto, and we'll hold some things back for later. But we have more exciting things to announce, and we're very excited. But
Yeah.
before I just want to say,
Okay. Hey, Kyle.
hey Mike,
How's this going so far?
am I drunk or are we incredible?
They're not mutually exclusive.
They are for sure. We want to thank our Patreon member Luckery Davenport, who
Lockery Davenport. That's a made-up name.
I definitely want to fuck this person. I don't know the gender, but I will fuck anyone named Lockery.
Yeah.
That's such a good name.
Okay, Dr. Davenport.
Ooh, my panties are wet.
Yeah. Stuff me in a locker.
Give Locker your Davin inside my port.
Lockery her up.
You're talking about AFC now, right? She's the new one we want to lock up.
Great.
Green. It's the worst color. So thank you to Lockery. We have more news about Patreon coming up, but you'll have to wait for that. So do you want to talk about news?
Sure. Let's talk about news. So the first thing I want to talk about
Is news.
is, well, yes. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Okay. So the San Antonio airport
Yeah.
did what?
Oh, they flew a lot of planes out of it.
Yeah.
But they were in the news because they said no to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A wanted to be a chicken selling vendor in their airport establishment. And they were like, no, thank you.
Because the first thing I think of when I go to the airport, it's poultry.
Where's that chicken? Where's that good chick?
Yeah, so they the City Council of San Antonio, Texas, voted to ban Chick-fil-A from opening in the city's airport.
Which is interesting because it came right around the time frame that there was this big news story about, like, I don't know, we saw Chick-fil-A's tax returns because they will actually release those or whatever.
Yeah.
And
they're still giving money to fight gay marriage.
Well, they're giving money to. I know a big one that I did not realize is the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, which, I mean, I would generally think of, like, we had one, and it was in Texas, so obviously we had one
Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
We had one fellow who was a Christian athlete. No, we had an organization, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and it seems great. Like, Christian athletes, great. We want being involved in athletics is great. It should be great to be Christian because technically you're supposed to love people.
You're good at sportsing and you love Jesus.
Great.
Here's some money.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much money was in anyway, but apparently in the FCA's like rules, it's like you must be heterosexual or something. Like,
great. We
believe marriage is a man and woman. You're like, this is athlete. Like, why do we need to talk about this in terms of athletes? Like, what?
Right.
Well, I don't. Okay, never mind. I just changed my mind. If you're involved in the baton handoff, you should be gay. You should at least be gay.
Bylaw 24F, Section 3, no twirling.
No batons, no twirling. This is important. Jesus never approved of pole vaulting. No poles in any vault. The point being...
Yeah.
Something important. Oh, yeah, for some, like, why does the Fellowship of Christian Athletes need to have a take on gay or straight marriage? Like, it's not even...
Because it's God's law, Kyle.
Because it's God. It has nothing to do with your organization, but yet you want to weigh in on... Anyway, so, yes, they are donating to organizations like that, and I didn't realize that organization was a gay exclusionary group.
Yeah, well, I mean, their 2017 tax filings show that they are still donating to anti-LGBTI organizations. That's true still.
Yeah.
And in 2010, COO Dan Cathy said, Dan Cathy, you have two first. It's like he got married to a woman named Kathy, and he was like, I'll take your first name or something weird. Anyway. Said the company is against marriage equality and operates, quote, on biblical principles, which...
God never approved of chickens on Sunday.
You're right.
Not just selling them. If you were a chicken, you were required to stay home.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Real specific.
Chick-fil-A said, quote,
We would have liked to have had a dialogue with the city council before this decision was made. We agree with Councilmember Trevino that everyone is and should feel welcome at Chick-fil-A. Except we're not. That's the fucking point.
I mean, it's what they have to do as PR to be like, we don't discriminate based on our hiring practices or our customers. And it's like,
of course you don't, but you give that money to people who fucking hate our guts.
And I'm tired. Like, you would have liked to have a dialogue. You've already spoken. The dialogue already happened. You've already made clear through what you've said in press releases, in your donation, everything. You've had your chance at speaking. So I don't care that you don't get to talk to them, because fuck you, you said what you need to say.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of just even listening to gayphobes. That's not a word.
Homophobes?
Yeah.
Bigots.
Homophobes. I like gayphobes better now.
Great.
I've changed the word. Gayphobes to transphobes. So like, just everyone, just, you didn't even deserve your chance to begin with, to even say anything about the rights of humans. Like, fuck off.
I love this meme that's been going around. Straight people. If a restaurant was taking the money they make and giving it to organizations trying to dissolve your marriage and take your kids away from you, you wouldn't give a fuck if they, quote, have really good lemonade. You wouldn't eat there.
Yeah.
Don't eat at Chick-fil-A.
Absolutely.
Also, I don't know if I want you to put this in or not.
Okay.
I got in a fight about this.
Oh, yeah. He's like, but they have delicious chicken.
That's just, I can't.
Yeah.
It's offensive. It's offensive.
Yeah.
It is offensive.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Tom Daly and his husband, Dustin Lance Black. Their son's name is Robbie.
They have a son?
They have a son named Robbie. They bought him last year. And in an adorable Instagram post, they shared a photo of their son in the water swimming with their hot swimmer.
Oh boy,
daddy.
Oh, the one that dives.
The one
places?
that dives. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's so adorable that I hate it. I hate it.
The news is this Instagram photo exists.
I hate that baby has a baby.
He does. Like, I feel like he's going to be like the only 50-year-old twink. Like, he keeps getting older, and like, it does not take away from his twinkness.
Yeah. I want to smell his Speedo.
It's like once you get past the chlorine smell, maybe there's something good in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's really interesting because they talk about being surrogates and how that process is actually really difficult, and that they have had a lot of hate, obviously, from like, don't read the comments.
Yeah.
And it's just it's really, that whole part really sucks. So I just want to look at a picture of a cute baby swimming and
his baby. It's, if you haven't heard this, I mean, plenty of people have said this, and I'm not the first. I forgot what it is.
Great.
But you've heard it. You know. You know, right? Oh, the amount of work it takes if you're gay. Like, there's no accidental pregnancy for us.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
Otherwise, something weird went down. But since there's no accidental pregnancy, like, the amount of work to get a child, like, straight people should be required to do that same amount of work. Like, it's
yeah.
So
yeah.
what I'm saying is, gay people are better parents than straight people.
Yeah. Or at least are more committed to being parents than straight people who can just have one drunken Tuesday and end up with a fuck trophy. Like, that's
put the baby on the mantle. This is our fuck. I mean, gay people could have a drunken accident and come out away with a fuck trophy. It's just they accidentally thought that was a butt. But that's why it was so hairy.
They are not the same.
They're different. But drunk would you really notice? You're just like, this is, yeah?
Even when I'm really, really drunk,
you know, a vagina.
I still keep my shit together.
I can't tell a vagina from a
hole in the ass.
Hole in the wall. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
Also, every week when I'm preparing to do the news, I look to see if Aaron Salazar has any more information.
Is he in a
comatose?
He's like awake. He just doesn't remember anything about the attack or his train ride. So like it just I want more information, but I also don't want to harass them to be like, hey, the lack of information is very hard on me.
We want to know these things
Send
that
me
trumps
more
your
info.
personal recovery. Yeah. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that it was still. Yeah, that's something I've been curious about. But well,
I don't want to talk about Jussie Smollett.
why not?
I'm just exhausted.
But people want to hear it. Like,
Okay, great. Jussie Smollett. The charges were dropped against him.
what do you think? Did you see? I did this big long tweet about it. Did you see it all?
Yes.
Okay, so you at least know what I think. You tell me what you think.
I think. Oh, I told you this.
Did we give enough of the what has happened?
To catch everybody up, Jussie Smollett was an actor on Empire. He is black and gay.
Is an actor on Empire. He's still an actor on Empire, right?
They wrote him off the show.
They did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They wrote him off the show.
Wow.
So
Because of this?
yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. But so he was.
He was hate crimed, but then maybe then everyone was like, well, maybe he did the hate crime to himself to get more pay.
He paid other people to hate crime him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it turns out that the people that he paid, he actually already knew, and that he claimed that they were his trainer and nutritionist. And lo and behold, all of the communication between them was about working out and nutrition. Mm-hmm. And so that part kind of checks out. But okay, so here, my theory: he's hate crimed. The police try to figure it out. They're like, wait, these two dudes that are over here, they knew him. Let's investigate them and see if they did it. Mm-hmm. Because they're both black, and black people in the police, in case you didn't know, not so great. Their relationship in general.
No.
So as soon as they realized that the cops were investigating them for this thing, they took a really interesting self-preservative tack and said, yep, we totally did it because he paid us. Because they don't want to actually deal with the police. And that's the safest way for them to survive their investigation.
So you think they invented a story about being paid to commit this crime?
That's right, because they don't think that justice actually applies to black people, and the best way to
justice doesn't apply to it.
Right.
Let's be honest, it doesn't. Shouldn't excuse bad behavior, but
yeah. Right. So if you're like, I can either deny.
That sounded really weird. What I meant was we don't equally apply justice to white and black people. Black people are unfairly treated by the justice system, more likely to be locked up, more likely to be blamed for things that they shouldn't be. So I just wanted to clarify. It sounded like I was saying something else, but yeah.
Yep, but I could totally be, if I put myself in their shoes, which I can't because I'm not black, but if I try to, then
you're going to need so many markers.
Here's this cop asking these questions. I'm probably going to die.
Yeah.
Because they're asking questions. So instead of denying it and getting charged anyway, even though I didn't do it, I'll just say, yeah, I totally did it. Here's this check this guy wrote me. And now you're cooperating. Now the cops, you've kicked the can down the road. So if that's what they did, that's brilliant. I think anyway, that's my new theory, that they started investigating these two brothers who are fitness gurus, and they had a paper trail that showed that Jussie Smollett had paid them, and they got nervous, they got scared, and they said, yes, we totally did it because he told us to. Here's the evidence.
Yeah.
And that's how they navigated it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Where I'm at is so I'll kind of rephrase what I said in this tweet also because I want your reaction to it. Because sometimes I'm tweeting on behalf of Gayish, and it's
fine.
mine.
I twatted Big Fatty today, so.
Oh, good. What a twat. So I think people don't know, and a lot of people's opinions when people think he's guilty is because they read somewhere he was guilty. It's not based on anything they know. And when they're still angry at him, oh my God, how did he get away with this? Blah, blah, blah. It's based on circumstantial evidence, and we believe what we read in news stories. And everyone, like I read that and was like, holy shit, I didn't know that. But like, I mean, then again, never mind, we're better than everyone. We were questioning it like, okay, wait, what's the proof this police chief has? Why why is a police chief even going on the offensive against a victim during an investigation? So nothing, like, it's not that charges were filed. I think the police chief, it doesn't matter, actually, regardless of what's true or not, police chief should not be going out of his way doing all this work to damage a victim until there's a case and a trial and a conviction or whatever. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me when he just started going on the offensive. Yeah. And he was defending his unit or whatever.
Hey, wear a condom, kids. Defend your unit.
Defend your unit. Trojan. And so we don't know if he did or not, but most hate crimes that are reported are correct, that they're not made up. Over 99% of hate crimes actually happened, and the reporter is not making it up. And the only thing we have to the contrary is a police chief said it. We don't have any tangible evidence. We have circumstantial things you can mention, but I defy you to find me one piece of evidence that is conclusively, or like, that is not a person making something up or your interpretation of an event or whatever that says he did it.
Yeah. Also, one of the things, especially when the story first broke, not the hate crime part, but the it was faked part, was because he was unhappy with how much he was being paid on Empire. Mm-hmm. That's the weirdest way to ask for a raise. Like, why was that the go-to? Like
weirdest or most creative?
Okay, granted.
Points for creativity.
Yeah, you're like, oh, my paycheck isn't high enough. This will work. This flawless, airtight plan. I will pay somebody to hate crime me.
Mike, I want to make money off of this podcast.
Okay, great.
I will give you $3,500 for nutrition.
Yeah.
If you could go ahead and beat me up, and then I'm going to tell everyone.
I do that for free, but
thank you. That's so sweet. I would require some money to hate crime you. Oh, I just like money.
Great.
You're right. It is like a really odd. I mean, I kind of get.
Like, how does that make sense? How does that make sense?
It's
as
just
a
like,
motive.
It's just like. I think people just like to get validation of whatever they think. The latest article they read says he's guilty, so then they it's like a backronym. Like they find a way to validate the position they already have through the opinion they have, and try to make it make sense to them, because the idea that that the news outlet is wrong or the police chief is wrong is like a really, like, that's a dissettling feeling. That the police chief was attacking a victim is a very unsettling feeling.
Yeah.
And if I can not have that unsettling feeling that police as an entire group are corrupt and would attack someone publicly just to save themselves, like, if I could avoid that and just be like, hey, I faked it, like, that's a lot easier.
Yep. That's it.
I'm
That's
on Team
news.
Jesse.
You're on Team Jesse.
Yeah.
My gut tells me he didn't do it, and I want to be clear that I'm totally willing to be proven wrong.
That's the thing of all this is, like, an opinion about this at this point is none of us actually know the truth, and it's just like, God, if any evidence could arise that proved it, I'd be fine with it. But like, you can't. There are two things you could never prove.
Yeah.
Jesse Smollett did it. Smollett. I always pronounce it like he's a French.
Jussie Smollett.
Smollett.
Or
he's
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett. I think Jussie Smollett walks around like really helping tables understand the smells of their dining. Oh, you don't know the smell of this? Let's get our sommelier around. Great. Okay. News?
Done.
News.
That's it. That's the news.
Okay.
Should we talk about doubles?
Doubles.
Should we talk about doubles?
Double.
Yes.
Yes. Everything we say is twice. Everything we say is twice. It's going to be a horrible.
Walla, Washington.
Oh, yeah, that's a place. So why?
New York. That's what. Okay, great. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Fuck me. I don't know. We partly did this kind of unrelated to our two. I mean, I guess
it's our birthday.
It's our birthday. Kind of weird to like double. We doubled one to get to two, I guess. Why? Not a fan of that explanation. That's fine. Whatever, Mike. We'll do our own thing then.
It wouldn't stop. I tried to stop it. I was like, don't.
And I feel like at one point I was expecting you to look around to pretend like someone else because it like kept going. It's like, what?
I thought my head was going to spin and like split pea soup was going to come out.
But like part of the reason we're doing this because when we were just emailing around ideas I'm so old. Facebook messaging around.
We were faxing ideas to each other. And it's just like there's so much that starts with double that we could talk about. Yeah.
And I don't want to give away too much because we're going to talk about some of them, but not all of them. But I mean, double penetration is probably what you're thinking of, and I'm going to talk about that. But
double penetration.
Dubs penetration. I don't know.
Okay, so
yeah,
are you ready?
I'm ready.
First,
wait, do we announce anything exciting yet, or do we?
Okay,
or do we wait? Announcement. Mike is drinking beer. Okay,
I'm going back on keto tomorrow, so I have to drink the beer now.
It's logical. It only makes sense. I get it. Okay.
Announcement. I don't know. Oh, we just talked about Big Fatty.
Big Fatty was... This is the least exciting of our announcements. So that means all the rest are very exciting. We're going to go to Pride 48 this year. Oh, we're doing 2 Pride 48 things. One is there's a streaming event.
A live stream,
which sounds dirty and dirtier
the way
when we say it.
Or as Big Fatty says, vulgar.
It sounds vulgar.
Mm-hmm.
Big Fatty's vulgar himself.
Yeah, that's the point.
I guess so. I think that's our point too. Anyway, we do the live streaming event, which happens around Pride.
Yep. And
then we're also going to go to New Orleans again this year for the second time to do a live show plus, kind of sleep through a lot of events.
I don't know if anybody would ever do what we said based on recommendation.
Do you think maybe some people actually do things we say or suggest?
Maybe.
Ew.
Yeah.
Why?
But Pride 48 is a group of queer or queer-related podcasts and podcasters and their listeners that all meet. Last year it was in New Orleans. Before that it was in Las Vegas for a whole bunch. So
we heard about it through Sarah Talk, who invited us. She's part of it. And we've never actually... It would be great to actually meet Sarah at some point because we've been on her show and talked.
Sarah, come to New Orleans.
Are you going to be in New Orleans?
Come hang out.
But yeah, so we're going to do another live show again this year.
So we don't have our slot yet. Girl. But we will be streaming live via pride48.com sometime between June 21st and June 23rd.
The idea it comes from Pride 48 comes from 48 hours of live stream.
Queer
so all the podcasts
shit.
you want. Yep.
And then the New Orleans event, if you want to come and hang out and meet us and a whole bunch of other queer podcasters. Yeah. That's August 16th through the 18th in New Orleans at the Holiday Inn Superdome, which it is super.
And I'm doming. I think that's what it's called when you a poop starts to sneak out, but I think it's doming.
Like turtling?
Right? Oh, does it already have a name? All right, I'll come up with a different name.
Prairie dogging?
Yes, don't do a hand sign for it. I'm uncomfortable. But yeah, so yeah, we'll be there if you... our goal is to have more and more live shows that you can attend, but for now, this is what you got.
Yeah.
And they also have a really active online community where you can join in and chat, and they have the chat pulled up on a screen that we can all see, so that's fun too. So participate how you might.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Announcement over.
But there's more. That's not it.
There's more.
There's lots more.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Wait, don't tell me. Are we an NPR podcast now? Did they pick us up? Good. Okay.
No, that was the Wait, Don't Tell Me theme song.
Oh, I thought we were riffing on music together, but fine, you can do your own thing. Okay, what do you want to talk about?
What I want to talk about...
Is this going to be the longest episode ever?
Probably.
Okay, great.
Okay. So, I just want to talk about, I went to urbandictionary.com and typed in the word double.
I'm so excited. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm very excited. Okay. Can I hold on? I want to finish this, get more wine. I really just want to relax into this. That's what she said. Okay, great.
And these are some things that amused me.
Great. I'm okay.
Okay, so first of all, double D's.
Oh, boobies. Or two dicks.
Meaning boobies.
Oh, okay.
Double D's.
I'm bored again.
So, a couple of things. Apparently, double D can mean not only a bra size, but the girl that wears that bra size. Like, she's a double D.
Ew, I don't like that.
What amused me the most was the next one after that, which is double das. Which, the definition is, imagine double D's, but on the ass.
Doubled ass?
Double das.
Double das.
Double das.
I thought it was... Okay.
Double das.
What's das mean?
Is there an apostrophe in that?
Yeah,
No.
help.
It's double dash.
We need to get into
das.
the etymology of double das?
Yeah. Imagine double D's, but on the ass.
It should just be called double... Okay, I get it.
As in, quote, damn, she got a double das.
That's a very helpful quote. Thank you. Thank you for that. I didn't get it until someone said damn in front of it.
Oh, the context clues make it so much more clear now.
Damn, she has a double das. I get it. Whew, we're there.
As in, quote, damn, that double das is going to fall out, them jeans.
Okay, that actually does have a little bit of context.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never heard it. Do you think I have a double das? I got a booty
Yeah?
that, like, it's beautiful. Sorry, I hated my joke in the middle. It's okay.
Okay.
What else?
Next. DVD ADODH.
What?
DVD ADODH.
Okay.
Double vaginal, double anal, double oral, double hand job, 8 guys, 1 whorish girl. DVADODH.
I'm so jealous of women. I've never wanted... Oh, no, I have wanted to have a vagina. But I've never wanted to have a vagina more than I do right now. Oh, my God. So many...
8 guys, 1 girl.
The position of this is not... I guarantee is not fun for anyone. It's more about the art...
Right?
than really the experience, because no one's enjoying
yeah,
this.
it's not fun, but
No.
it's like an accomplishment.
Yeah. It's like climbing Mount Everest.
So now, I want you to guess. DVD
wait.
AD... What?
I want my porn name to be Mount Everest.
I want mine to be Twin Peaks.
Oh, I love it. Okay, sorry, what? DVD
No,
yes?
Yep. Now I want you to decode this.
Okay, I'm going to write this down okay.
DVD ADODHDF.
EDODS?
No. DVD ADODHDF.
I thought that's what you just said. Double vagina, double ass, double oral, double hand job. Double the fun. DF? Double fucking?
Double vag, double anal, double oral, double hand job, double foot job. 10 men, 1 whorish girl.
Wait. Where are the foots? How are the foots involved in this? Show me a diagram. What's
I don't
the
know.
foot? Is she putting her foot into other things?
I don't know.
Michael? How can you bring this segment and not know where the feet go?
A foot job would be where she would be giving two
She would be footing someone?
hand jobs basically with her feet. Like
Oh,
she's
she would be
stroking
jerking
cocks
off
with
dicks.
her feet.
Wow.
Like-
if you can give a single foot job,
You
good
could
for
put the
you.
like the bottoms of your feet together. You kind of create like a
Yeah, but
like a
that's
foot pussy.
a pussy?
A pussy.
Ew, I hate that word so much. I'm grossed out by me.
The quote on this entry
Wait.
is, damn, Biggie gives a good DVD ADODHDF.
Again, very helpful context clues. Now I get it. Now I understand where the feet go, and it's fine.
Okay, are you ready for more?
Yes. If there's more than this, if you have more letters to add to like at the end of this, then it's like I didn't know we had that many appendages.
We're done with acronyms.
Okay. Okay.
We should add nose blasting, though.
Nose bla-
They
exact-
missed the boat on
Yeah,
that one.
you just penis up each nostril.
12 dudes.
12 dudes, one very sore nose.
Yeah. It's a DVD ADODHDFDN.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, Next,
Yeah.
Bonetown Double Dip.
I don't know if this is, but I love it. Bonetown Double Dip? Is that where you like fuck her and then you're like, oh, I'm going to go back inside you?
First, dipping the balls into a gaping vagina, then into a gaping asshole.
What's the word again?
Bonetown Double Dip. The quote, I'm going to give her the Bonetown Double Dip.
Yeah, great. Got it. I get it now. Does putting your balls into vaginas feel good?
Does putting your balls into anything feel good for the balls?
Yes.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
Both of you had aggressive head movements.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you so like,
Mine are like precious jewels.
they're not that precious.
Okay, great.
Here's something you can try at home, kids. If you have a penis, and balls, sorry. Well, one ball, Dan. You can do this with half the pleasures. I need to give the blanket excuse if I'm on new medication because it's kind of weird. Anyway,
is it now the time?
No. So when
there's another announcement later.
There's another announcement that doesn't involve you at all, but I'll just tell you it later. Okay, if you're masturbating, like pulling your balls away, like pulling them like away from, like they tend to like get scrunched up when you're about to come, like they're just like real scared puppies that heard lightning and they're like, ew, what's happening? But if you like grab them and pull them away while you're like getting close to coming or about to come or coming, it feels so good. So like that's something you can try at home. That like yes, like ball interaction. Doing stuff with your balls can feel good, but I just have never dipped them in anything. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
Dan, did you have you've probably done more with balls than any of us have. Don't pretend you're offended by that. That's a compliment. If anything.
I love a ball stretcher, which like does what you're describing. Like keeps a constant.
There are
tug
machines
on your...
that do this.
Well, it's not so much a machine as just like a cock ring, but for your balls.
Yeah. What are machines? But
well, I'm sure there are machines too. Yeah. But
I'm saying the definition of machine is anything that goes to help humans. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. What else do you do with balls?
I've seen porn where people wearing like a long ball stretcher, like the big stretched out balls, like actually like fuck someone with their balls. What? Yeah, like a big like it's a big dick, like a dick with a huge head and like a leather shaft. That's the thing. And it feels
Dan, we're
good.
explicit, but like we have a line. Come on now. Come on now.
Cut it.
Come on. Spell come.
Just cut it.
No. I'm still like, I can't believe people fuck people with their balls. Like
Are you puzzled by the like that?
Oh no, I get it.
Take it, or that it would feel good, or
that it would feel like that like when you like are pushing your dick into a butt, there's like a lot of pressure that your dick is then pushing through to get there. Like, and if someone wanted to squeeze my balls a little bit, like it would hurt. Like I don't want that pressure on my balls. I just don't understand how. Yes, I don't get how it would feel good.
There's definitely a huge spectrum in my experience of people's ball sensitivity. There's like guys
true.
that like don't like them touched at all. There's guys that want them like licked. There's guys that want them like sucked into your mouth and rolled on your tongue, and like people that want them tugged, people that want them smacked hard.
Yeah, so I've gotten to the point. Wow, I've gotten to the point where like I get the sensitive in your mouth, roll them around in your mouth, do like that kind of stuff. But I guess beyond that is the hitting balls. I don't understand that BDSM thing. Like I don't get that, or don't think I would necessarily be into that. So like anything beyond that, I'm just like very confused by. Which we're being good. No judgment. Fuck everyone you want with all of your balls. Like do it.
If you like that.
If you don't.
Oh,
right. You should probably.
If you do.
Here's the thing we're telling you: do the things you like, and not the things you don't like. Mm-hmm. That's really what we're trying to get you to. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Mike. We got very distracted by balls.
Bonetown Double Dip has a bunch of hashtags at the bottom. Hashtag dip. Hashtag balls. Hashtag gaping. Hashtag asshole. Hashtag double.
If you took the words out of what you said and just used the like how you said them, that was a love story. It's just you used these really horrifying words, but the way you said it.
So, in the See Also section of
Oh,
Bonetown
great.
Double
What
Dip
else?
is the Bonetown Dirty Double Dip,
Oh, no.
which is the reverse of the Bonetown Double Dip. You dip the balls into the gaping asshole and then into the gaping vagina.
Got it.
The quote for which is, gonna give her a Bonetown Dirty Double Dip.
Great. I get it. Yep.
Hashtag dip, hashtag Bonetown, hashtag gape, hashtag balls, hashtag insert.
Inserts. That's, the
Yeah.
new hashtag. But
Yeah. Okay. I did not realize that this segment was going to go as long as
you didn't
it
know we were going
has.
to talk about for 55 minutes about showing your balls in gaping assholes?
In the interest of time, the last one I'm going to talk about is Double Dutch.
It's more than just jump ropes, folks.
Yep.
I assume.
Double Dutch.
Is that where you fuck two Dutch girls?
Double Dutch.
No.
Two men each uses one hand to hold their own dick. With their free hand, they grab each other's arms and move them up and down, causing the men to essentially jerk themselves off. It is not gay. Because technically, each man is only holding his own dick and another man's arm.
The the need of straight dudes to prove that the thing they're doing isn't gay, that's the gayest of them all. Like, what if you're a tiny bit gay doing this thing? It's fine. It feels good. Just go ahead and grab that dude's veiny forearm and make him jerk himself off. It's so straight. It's a real straight move, straight power move.
Here's the quote. Where's Alec? Oh, I think he's double dutching with Jamie, even though he said his arms were sore lately.
That's in fact, there are so many red herrings in that confuse the meaning of this, but oh my god, that has to be just a urban dick. That can't be a real thing people do, is it?
Double dutch?
Yeah.
Silly me.
Dutch
I
people.
thought it was a jump rope thing.
Let us know.
Or I was like, yeah, banging twins from Amsterdam. That's got to be like,
Yeah.
that's what it means. This is very creative.
I know. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I was thinking I was trying to imagine the hands if they looked like a
Is it because your arms reaching out to each other's arms looks like two ropes? Like,
oh my god. I know. I was gonna say this is Instagram right here.
Left hand?
yeah, I mean like this.
And oh, so they don't cross.
Wait, I might need a boomerang of this. Hold on. Well, you can pause for. Okay, keep going. Fine. Oh, I'm uncomfortable. Do I need to?
Kyle!
Stop it! Get out of there! Stop doing it! Why are you doing it to me? Okay. Hate this.
Leave one arm really limp and then actively be using the other arm.
It is. It takes some skill.
Yeah.
I feel so uncomfortable right now.
That's double dutch.
That's Instagram.com/podcast.
That's it.
Ew.
There were
Okay.
more. There were more, but I'm not going to do them now.
Because there were so many. How long have we been recording already? This is a very special 2-year episode.
48 minutes.
Great. Oh, Jesus. Okay, great. So, before I do my thing,
An announcement.
an announcement.
Yeah.
Announcement. So, we have a Patreon.
We have a Patreon.
You know that because we talk about it sometimes. But
everything has changed.
it's all changed.
Yeah.
We are updating Patreon, and there'll be new levels. You'll get more rewards at an earlier level, so you can what?
Shit's cheaper, yo.
Shit's cheaper. We're on sale. Bargain prices. This podcast is so cheap. If you do want to support us and gay people, if you want to be able to go home and say I made a difference in the lives of gay people, look no further than patreon.com/gayish podcast. Most history books will have a list of people that support this podcast to remember you.
Yep.
So we have
It's going to be Mattachine Society, Act Up, Gayish, Trevor Project.
Yep. And then probably just
NAACP, which is counterintuitive, but
it's just there. We don't control all of the history books. There is as low as $5 is where you start getting free content. And we already do bonus segments. Every episode, we have one more segment that you didn't know we talked about during the break that you'll get to hear about. But also, we're going to start doing bonus episodes. So there's going to be a shrinkage style episode every month.
Yeah.
So you get to hear not only bonus segments, but bonus episodes. And you only have to spend $5 now. It was higher, but now it's lower.
Lower is cheaper than higher.
That's true. Less money is less money than more money.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one thing I learned from
science.
math, so science. It's the science of money. So you can also give $15 to get a T-shirt that I'm going to tell you about later, I guess. Or I kind of spilled the beans. Or $5, $15, or $50 if you want to choose a topic that we're going to talk about as a regular full-length episode.
Yeah.
Also,
for instance, we're going to talk about beards.
We are going to talk about beards. One of our $50 member chose beards as the topic. That's going to be coming out soon, and it's going to be the best because you paid for it.
It's going to be hairy.
It's going to be very hairy, but well manicured, well trimmed, well bearded. Also, if you get enough of us in your life and don't need any more, you can also, there's a $2 amount. So if you want to contribute, get a shout out, then that's there. So go to I keep calling everything gayish.com, but it's not there. It's patreon.com/gayishpodcast. If you want to contribute, we would greatly appreciate it. Okay. So I'm going to tell you about double entendres.
Great.
Double entendre is a French word, and I wrote down double means double. And entendre means to hear, but it also means to understand.
Okay.
So it's double the hearing, technically.
Yeah.
French, you don't make too much sense. Apparently, the French expression has I don't know how you pronounce a with a backwards accent over it. Anyway, double entente, meaning a double meaning, is the real French saying, but in current French, double entendre doesn't actually mean anything. It's just
fake French.
It is hashtag fake news French. Just like, did you know this? Paris isn't a city.
Yeah,
not true.
It's a Hilton.
Either way, it's getting fucked. Is that slut shaming? I support. Anyway, okay, it's not even that funny, so I don't know why I'm analyzing it. Okay, so yeah, there is no actual meaning of the phrase double entendre. It's based on a French phrase, but not a real one anymore. And I'm bringing this up because we do this bunches.
Double entendre.
I mean, it's kind of the if you had to boil our show down to something, it's not about gay people. It's about double entendres, I think.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say things that are things are hard.
Yeah.
Because that just penis, I actually sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to talk about this serious thing, but how do I avoid things like hard and cum and so what I'm saying is it's very difficult.
Yeah.
So
do you have a favorite double entendre? Or are you still describing what double entendres are?
Well, not anymore, because it's the way you said that. No, I was going to go into some of the early examples of double entendres.
Okay, yeah.
One of the earliest ones is there's this thing called the Exeter book, which...
Is it an illustrated manuscript?
Probably not. It's as early as AD 1975. I don't think they did manuscripts then. Are you
putting the man in manuscript?
Okay. And it was donated to the library of the Exeter Cathedral in England. It's recognized as one of the world's principal cultural artifacts, this book.
Wow, okay.
And it has a lot of riddles in it that are entendres. They didn't actually answer the riddles, so scholars have had to answer it later. So I'm going to read you. So this is one of the earliest double entendres.
Great.
In existence. Okay.
Yeah.
It's riddle 25.
Riddle 25.
That's the riddle. Why is it 25? I don't know. I didn't read enough about it. Okay. I am a wondrous creature, to women a thing of joyful expectation, to close-lying companions serviceable. I harm no city dweller, excepting my slayer alone. My stem is erect and tall. I stand up in bed, and whiskery somewhere down below. Sometimes a countryman's quite comely daughter will venture, bumptuous girl, to get a grip on me. She assaults my red self and seizes my head and clenches me in a cramped place. She will soon feel the effect of her encounter with me, this curl-locked woman who squeezes me. Her eye will be wet.
Oh.
What does that sound like?
I mean, it's a rose and it's a dick.
Oh, it's not. I mean, it's neither.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so like everyone thought it was a penis. Like, I mean, or that's the point of it, is to make it sound like it's a penis. It's actually an onion.
Okay.
I get what you're saying of the crying because she like touched the thorn.
Yeah, and she's happy because you gave her flowers.
Oh, ladies are so easy to please. Just get her fucking flowers.
Yep.
She'll forgive everything. Cheat on her, it's fine.
One of the nicknames of garlic is the stinking rose.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
One of my nicknames for vaginas are the stinking rose. It's just, I think it's so funny that like this, like, I have this tendency when I hear about something art, whether it's a movie or a show or a book or whatever, that I just like have these all like these big ideas of what it is, and it's this fancy famous like 30 Rock. Then you watch it and like they're making butt and fart jokes. You know, it's like this like the oldest double entendre we can think of with a riddle that has been donated and is great an artifact is a penis joke. You know, it's like things aren't as fancy, and the line between what's fancy and gross, or, you know, people think of as trash humor, like it's actually not as clear as you think. And
but what I think is interesting there though is like artists are usually anti-establishment. Like artists usually aren't that down with like rules and
they want
authority, and like in fact their whole creative existence is coloring outside of those lines. So, and like kings and queens and popes are like, they're not creative. They have to hire that shit done for them.
Yeah.
And so there's this, I think, long history of, hey, I want to commission this thing, go make it, and then it comes back to them and it's got subversive additions to it. Like it is vulgar, which is that's what the word vulgar means actually, is just common or low, right?
I mean, that's part of the fun, I think, when of artists is sometimes it's like, did they mean to do, like, trying to pass one over? If you have a dumb king, then you try to like do a double entendre is fun because the thing just on the surface should be funny on its own, but then like that hidden meaning. So actually,
there's also theory that that's why there's like the penis palace on the Little Mermaid cover and the sex cloud in the dust in Lion King.
Yeah, Disney has a like. There's all of every like originally Disney movie. There's some theory about something that's dirty in.
But one of the ideas is that like we're not just making it up. Those things really are in there, and it's because Disney is the clueless, patriarchy, heartless, non-creative corporate symbol, and then the people that work for it are like
tee-hee boobs.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So something that people
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Mike.
I got drunk.
Yay! Happy birthday! I say anyone who turns 2 should definitely get drunk.
Yeah.
So
or 2 dog years, which is 14. You're good to go.
14? Yeah. Oh my God. By that point, you should already have been to rehab. So, okay. One that they don't know if it was intended or not is in Dickens, which Dickens, he was born a double entendre, so I don't know how it's not. In Oliver Twist, there's a character, Charlie
Don't
Bates.
twist it. Unless you're into that, that's fine.
You know what? I don't Oliver you. Wait, hold on. No, never mind. I don't care. Charles Bates is a character, and Dan already got there. Yep. And he's
Master Bates?
He's referred to as Master Bates. And and that was, I don't know why people are like wondering whether that was intended or not, but like masturbate is a word, and I'm pretty sure Charles Dickens, at least in writing, is pretty good. Like, he's known for being pretty good at writing stuff. So I don't think Master Bates is an accident. Like, that'd be a very difficult thing to accidentally include as a very intelligent literary, like, novelist.
We're going to crack this code right now.
What? Oh, dear. You're going to find if it's true or not? I mean, this is from Wikipedia, so.
Masturbate. Produce an orgasm by stimulation of the genitals is from 1839.
We know, so we already know it existed during this time. That's not the question.
People masturbated in the 19th century.
I'm not saying,
absolutely.
No. The word masturbate, like, we know that the word masturbate was commonly used during the time that he wrote this. So the question is not, did the word exist? It's, did he know when he was writing Master Bates that he was he intentionally referring to the word masturbates? I mean, that, like, technically there's not going to be an answer unless we ask him directly, which is very difficult.
Okay. This etymological dictionary that I trust and go to quite often says that
Of
masturbate wasn't a verb until 1839, and Oliver Twist was likely written in 1837. So, masturbates, which is the imperfective participle of
I
to
hate
masturbate
you on a grand scale. I want to 9/11 your soul because you're so annoying to me right now.
Okay, great. I think it was only a noun before that, and
You think so? But that doesn't change anything. That masturbate is a commonly used word. So did he say masturbates as a reference to that? Like, see, you're stupid and I hate you. Just because you could use the word present participle etymological whatever doesn't make you smarter than me.
Oh, I'm not smarter than you, but I might be smarter than your paper.
My paper is a reflection of me. It's my soul.
Also, I'm
Laid bare.
not a linguist. I just play one on TV. This new boy in our group, I would bang him.
Oh, really? Which one? Well, I won't. Show me. I've seen his name. I haven't seen him. Okay, a couple other examples.
Okay.
I forgot to look up how to pronounce The Canterbury Tales, written by Geoffrey.
Chaucer.
Thank you. Geoffrey Chaucer.
Chaucer. It's Chaucer.
Great. Geoffrey Chaucer says that he used the word, quote.
You really should know whom wrote that.
Oh, yeah. I said I was going to clarify in this episode. I think it's so fun to say whom every time instead of who, because people say that to sound intelligent even when they don't know it, and it's just so funny. Whom thinks it's funny? I do.
Both of us.
Anyway, so Geoffrey Chaucer used a word while you're drinking. The word. It's pronounced quaint, but it was spelled at that time Queynte.
Okay.
Quaint.
That makes sense.
It actually does make, yeah. When I was like, what's that word? And it was like a homophone for quaint. And I was like, oh my God, that's how it's.
Is that like the past tense of to queef? Like,
you're so close.
Really?
You're in the right vagina park. There's no balls there, so it's not a ball. It's a vagina park.
Yeah.
That is the one, like the root of cunt. So the word cunt came from this word.
Quaint and cunt
Quaint.
have a similar
Etymological history.
Yeah.
So the word that Chaucer used in the Canterbury Tales is quaint to describe, a woman was describing the house duties or something about the house, and it was a reference to her vagina. Another one is in Romeo and Juliet. Mercutio says, I'm curious if you'll know this one, quote, someone asks, like, how are they doing or what time it is or whatever, and Mercutio says, "'Tis no less, I tell you, for the body hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon."
Yep.
And then the nurse that said that to him is like offended and is like, why the fuck? It's because body.
It's 12:30.
And the word body, the body hand, meant lustful. Body means lustful, and the prick means the dick.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, saying some offensive thing. It's like if someone, it's like when your mom says, "What time is it?" and you're like, "Dicks." It's, it's the same thing.
Your mom says, "What time is it?" And you say,
"Dick o'clock."
"Twat?" Did you say?
Twat 30.
I can't hear you. Have you heard that before?
I know. I love both. Oh, I thought you made those up.
No.
Oh, right. You're not that impressive. So, and then almost just wrapping up, like the reason. So there are all these early examples of double entendres. The original church book has Riddle 25 about penises. In the 19th century Victorian morality, we know that like Victorians brought in a lot of sex. No, that's my best way of summarizing that history. Sex. No. Don't.
I mean, Victorians are known for being just dirty people that worked really hard to pretend that they weren't.
Yeah.
And so the double entendre is perfect for them.
Like gay
right?
Republicans.
Exactly.
They're dirty birds.
They want the dick. They just can't admit it.
Exactly. And the things they do are not problematic if you just said, "I'm gay and I'm sucking this dick."
Yep.
It's that you... Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Anyway, so Victorians disallowed sexual innuendos in the theater because they were unpleasant. And particularly, women are always treated in history as the fairer sex.
Did they not show any Shakespeare then? Because every Shakespeare play has at least
my God,
a dozen.
So many dick jokes.
Yes.
There was a job... Oh, this is in the 20th century. There was the job of the Lord Chamberlain was to review the scripts of plays to find examples of the indecency. So that's
that was an uptight queen.
Modern. That's the old school version of closeted Republican lawmaker that is like, "Girl, you can't say this," and you're like, "Girl, okay,
Lord Chamberlain,
Lord, if I may." May I take your dick out of my mouth to explain to you why you're stupid? So, but I mean that didn't stop them from happening. But honestly, like going back to what you're saying, I think that's like then turned into the fun of, can I pass this by this person because I'm smarter than you? Because I'm...
Even since the advent of television, writers have joyed in making things that would make it past the censors.
Yeah.
But were fucking hilarious and dirty as fuck at the same time.
Yeah. So what I was going to say, in the 19th century, when they started monitoring that in the theater, is that it says particularly for the ladies in the audience. And I think this already, but there's so many times when you see in history where women are treated as fragile or non-sexual or the weaker or people you have to protect, and it's so stupid that we do that. But that's just another example of like, watch out for the ladies, they might hear something dirty or whatever. Like, meanwhile they're like fucking shoving sticks in their vaginas or whatever you did to masturbate back in the day.
I don't think that has ever been a thing, but okay.
That's all you have. What's phallic shaped in the olden days?
Flick the bick, man. I don't know.
You don't have, they didn't have bottles of wine like we do today.
Broom handles.
Brooms?
And thus witches flying on brooms.
Oh, they were just getting off the whole time. Witches, one more time. You just really schooled us. You're way better than us. I mean, they can turn us into toads and masturbate on the plane.
Writing the broomstick as a euphemism for masturbating on a plane is pretty fantastic, if you ask me.
Next t-shirt. Okay. So that's my recap. That's the end of it. My recap is we are brilliant. We are among the brilliant writers like Shakespeare and Salisbury Steak. What was his name?
Chaucer. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Saucer. We are among the smartest because we do double entendres, and don't judge us because we might ride your broomstick.
We do them.
We do them real good. It's hard, but we do it.
Great.
Now might be a good time. I mentioned...
Oh, an announcement? Is it another
announcement time? I did write this down thinking that could lead into an announcement of yours.
Great.
If you want it to.
Yes. So, Patreon people, here's the thing. We need your money.
That's not an announcement. They knew that.
Oh, okay. So, been working on this for a while, actually. It's been a long time coming, and a spell coming. And we
I was drinking. The fact that you could say my part before I could get to it is great. I don't barely need to be here. Okay.
So we would very much like to launch another podcast, and the concept for this has been brewing for a while, but we can I say we? Should I say
Yeah,
we?
we're doing it together. You created it. You're writing it, so it's your baby and your thing, which I'm very excited about. So to absolutely take that credit.
The name of the podcast is Shakespeare, and my plan is to take different Shakespearean plays and alter them in some way to play with gender to make it LGBT in some way. Mm-hmm. And the first the first season is going to be Romeo and Julian, which is just a retelling of that story with a gay couple. The idea being we've had 500 years of romance and romantic ideas that are locked up in these sort of iconic plays. What if we had a symbol like that for gay people? Mm-hmm. And so, but it's expensive to do those kinds of things. Like I can talk all day long and write shit down, but to actually produce a radio show that has 30 some odd characters in it is that's an expensive undertaking. So one of our goals is if we can get to $600, should we say that?
Yeah.
If we can get to the point where we're pulling in $600 a month on Patreon, we think that we can probably make this happen. So if that sounds interesting to you, if that's something that you want to support, you could help us reach that goal, which you'll see that goal on our Patreon page. So you can see the progress that we're making. Yeah.
So so the Patreon membership we already talked about, it's just those same things. It's just that if we get enough people to get to $600 a month, then we can pay for things like we need fucking 1,000 microphones. We need to get sound effects. We need to get Shakespeare experts in here to be able to talk about things in a critical way. So there's a lot of things we need to make it happen.
Yeah, I neglected to mention it's going to be sort of, it's almost two podcasts at the same time, because not only we're going to do Romeo and Julian as a radio drama, and if that's the part that you want to hear, that's all you have to hear. But also every episode will have a companion episode where we're going to talk about the differences between the original script and what you just heard. We're going to have Shakespeare experts come in and talk about
Shakespeare probably.
Stuff, the Bard.
I when we did some like read-throughs of what you've already written, I remember Shakespeare in class of being like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Someone just tell this to me so I can get a good grade. So reading it was fine, but then like the talking about what you changed and why was really interesting and how that affected, like I'm personally really interested in the analysis part of this where, I mean, I guess I'll like a little bit of a spoiler, but you know, it has like how old are these kids that we're talking about here? And we talked about that. Like, should we change their age to like make it not young? Like, but no, the point is it's straight people.
Hey, straight people. Romeo and Juliet were teenagers.
It's crazy. So like the fact that you kept them the same age and just made them gay, and that like it's just there's so many interesting dynamics and things that happen with that bring out interesting discussions. That part, just talking to you about it is really exciting. So I love this idea. I think you're really smart for thinking about it. I'll say a lot of mean things to you after that but like I'm very excited about this. I think it's a really cool, interesting idea that I'm very excited about, and also you smell like poop.
So hey everybody, this is a passion project of mine, and just like a hooker, my passion costs money. So give me your money.
Just like Cardi B, if you don't donate, she'll drug you and take your money anyway.
Great.
Did you know she did that?
Yeah. Props, girl.
Yes.
Damn the patriarchy.
They were involved. The props were involved, I'm sure. Anyway, we're really excited about this podcast. So, yeah, we have a goal of hitting 600 a month, which we're not too far away from, but I'm far enough away that we need your help.
Yeah.
Do you want to...
Oh, I'm so nervous about this now.
What?
Should we pee first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan, open up.
Okay. Okay, so I'm actually really nervous about this because this is not a subject that we should probably talk about while we're drunk, but I think it's great.
Very sober.
Yeah. Yep. Me too.
Okay. Okay. What is it?
No, I'm nervous about part of what I'm going to say. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you know who W.E.B. Du Bois is?
Yes.
Do you really? African American author and civil rights activist W.E.B. Du Bois has this quote: "It is a peculiar sensation, this double consciousness, this sense of always looking at oneself through the eyes of others, of measuring one's soul by the tape of a world that looks on in amused contempt and pity." And there is a queer person of color. Her name is Amaka Aziana, who has said that this idea of double consciousness, which W.E.B. Du Bois put forward to refer to black people, also applies to queer people. And like that, I think the quote is pretty
universal.
Universal to people who are marginalized.
Right. Yeah.
At the very least. So,
did you pick this because of the phrase "double consciousness"
Double
or
consciousness. Double. Yeah.
There's double the double.
W.E.B. Du Bois.
How meta. So many doubles.
So many doubles. Yeah. So double consciousness is about that African Americans are really critical of themselves because they view themselves through the lens of white people. And that applies to gay people because we can be critical of ourselves. A lot of like internalized homophobia, in fact, is based on the fact that we see ourselves through the lens of a straight culture.
So it's
straight people.
Like double meaning. I am both myself and also what I view of myself through the normative experience of, white, straight, cis, male interest. And then you can, and what do you mean by like, when you say like, we're extra critical of ourselves because of that lens?
Yeah. So I'll just read this thing. In many cases, the upbringing of someone is what causes them to develop double consciousness. For example, religious or conservative households will put a strain of people dealing with their sexuality. Strain on people dealing with their sexuality. There are critical judgments that are made of gay people, that they are immoral or that they are into pedophilia or bestiality or they're perverted, that they're sluts, like the things that we talk about, all like the stereotypes that we talk about on this show. A lot of them ain't so positive, right? But the funny thing about stereotypes is that they are easily communicated between people because the culture actually believes them. The culture is ready to accept them as truth, and that's why they spread. That's why they get acclimated or assimilated into the zeitgeist. And so a gay person can't... Everyone sees themselves through the lens of their culture. That is just part of the human experience, right? So gay people then see themselves through the lens of this culture that hates them, makes fun of them, thinks less of them.
I see why you didn't want to talk about this while drunk, because you said like zeitgeist and assimilation and probably like calculus in there, and I completely agree that like. And this goes back to, the shrinkage, if you heard that. If you want to hear more, go to Patreon. But like the default, who's the default person? Who just pick a generic default person. And right now it is a straight, white, cis male. Like, and yeah, that's who, like everything is in reference to them.
Yep.
And how they feel about things that defines how culture feels about things. And yeah, so absolutely like having that view, and that's, I haven't defined it in that way, but absolutely like what has defined me through my like from me until most of my 20s has been that version of me, the version that people view of me, and that's what I've been working to shed myself of worrying about whatever other people think, but so much of who I was because here's how you view me, so here's how I want to modify myself to be more like. Everyone wants to be liked, to feel happy, to feel like they fit in, and sometimes it feels like you have to do that. You have to mold yourself to that version of society and consciousness, that when you're just like, well, what do I want to do and be regardless of other people and whatever, then that's the hard part, but that's the part where you get to have more fun and suck more dicks.
Which is what W.E.B. Du Bois would have wanted.
He would have wanted me to suck so many dicks.
I mean, it's interesting because part of double consciousness, the way it's presented here anyway, is about that second consciousness that you have that is filtered through your culture. Mm-hmm. Affects your behavior because that's what you think you need to be in order to fit in. Like if society thinks this is what a gay person is and what it means, here's our value, here are our thoughts and judgments about that, you are incentivized or pressured to fit that. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you're the gay. Mm-hmm. In order for people to understand you, you have to act that part. That's interesting because, right?
That's both versions of me. Like, one version where I was straight, trying to fit into the main culture, but then when I came out, I mean, I've told you, even I do this even now, like part of the fun of pretending like I don't understand sports is it plays into the gay stereotype. And I actually like people, and it's funny to make that joke. Like it's, or I don't even know if it's funny anymore because it's so played out, but it's just easy. It's an easy joke to go with, and it's easy to just cast yourself in that light. Whereas it's harder to be like, I actually know more about the rules of football and soccer and everything because I grew up my entire life watching those. So like, yes, I'm gay and also have this other thing. It's just like more difficult to like the reality of it. And it's much more fun to be funny than to be like, well, the real thing is.
Yeah. Well, and there's a certain amount of comfort that comes from being the most socially...
Spell comfort.
Yeah. Comfort?
I lived in a comfort.
I made a castle out of jizz. It's a comfort.
No princess in this castle.
Yeah. Bowser. There's a certain amount of comfort that comes from having a identity thrust upon you. Right up in there.
Spell thrust? I guess it's just the one way, but anyway. Double entendre. We're brilliant. Just like Cannonberry and his tales. Okay.
It feels good or it feels comfortable to do the expected thing.
Yeah.
To color inside the lines that are given to you.
Yeah.
And
absolutely. I thought I was going to say something, but I don't think I am.
And we can be done with this part. That's just double consciousness is a thing that applies to gay people.
What I was going to say is, and this gets into like a little bit of weird territory of like, is that part of where weird territory? Because I don't think either of us know. So like, great, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Is that where double spirit comes from? Is that part of the two spirit in Native American cultures? Two spirit. There's no version of that in LGBTQ. Like
my understanding of two-spirit is that they believed that body actually had two souls in it. One of whom
like a straight and a gay.
Yes.
Is that the bastardized version? Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like that could. Okay. I never totally understood two-spirit, and it doesn't need me to understand it to be okay and for me to reference someone like that. So that's fine. But like, I thought I was making a connection, but maybe not.
I mean, W.B. Du Bois did not invent two-spirit people.
Man, W. Du Bois, you did way less than I thought.
But I mean, I think you're onto something though. That
maybe there's like an overlap between, even if they're not the same thing, of the idea of having multiple versions of yourself or awarenesses of yourself or ways you express yourself.
There's a splitting that's involved. There's a split personality that's involved in being a gay person, and part of the native. I can't speak for. I'm nervous talking about the Native American concept of two-spirit because I don't understand it, and that's not my culture. And my understanding of it, as limited as it is that there's important shit happening.
Well, I don't know. I was going to say something hilarious.
Great.
Just pretend I did it. It's fine. So I'm going to tell you something then.
Great. Yeah, let's do it.
Or should we make an announcement? Oh, here's an announcement I want to make.
Yeah.
I kind of already spilled the beans,
Yeah.
but I'm going to spill them again.
We're going to have Gayish branded cans of beans that you can spill yourself.
If you want to spill the beans,
Order your can now.
order your can now. They're called Beanish. It's has bean-like qualities.
It smells like farts.
It
just
smell-
like us.
We're getting into some really weird announcements now. The rest of the announcements are very uncomfortable. We are, after much ado about nothing.
That's a Shakespeare play.
I know, but I don't think it actually. I think that was a single entendre that doesn't actually apply to what I'm saying. We are releasing T-shirts,
Yeah.
and obviously the first thing we have to go with.
Gonna release those T-shirts all over the land.
Everyone, open up because it's T-shirt time. We are going. The T-shirt is going to be "Your Bullshit is Bullshit." We had a contest for this about 2 years ago when we started.
Yep.
I haven't done anything with it, but there's going to be a "Your Bullshit is Bullshit" T-shirt. Looks really cool. I'm really excited about it. By looks really cool, I mean it hypothetically will. Once it's done. For now, we're in the stage where when we're recording this, I don't totally have exactly the shirt you're going to order, but you can go to gayishpodcast.com. Fuck, hold on. There's a gayish.com/fuck.
Gayishpodcast.com/merch.
Is that what it's called? Is that what
We can make that happen easy.
Oh, okay. Yes. I already, yeah. Yes. Gayishpodcast.com/merch. Probably. .index.php. There's some weird stuff we don't get about our website. Anyway, go to
/index.php/merch.
Go to Gayish Podcast and then click on the merch button at the top.
Yeah.
And we will have T-shirts there. It depends on how far along I get. You can either like pre-order it or like order it or to be ready. I don't know. We know what it's going to look like. We just got to get it produced. So if you want a shirt, you can go to Gayish Podcast and click on merch, or you can sign up for the $15 Patreon level, which will get you a shirt anyway.
Yeah,
And-
shirts for free,
And
bitches.
the T-shirts will be more expensive than $15, so at least for the first month you'll be saving money. So I'm very excited. We'll probably have more because I mean people have been asking us to make this shirt for a while. So once we figure this out, then hopefully we'll be able to make more shirts in more related topics because then we'll at least figure out how to do this. But
Can we put our Gayish shirt up there too? Is that a thing that can happen?
you know, everything is possible if you really believe. Quote Santa.
We're gonna merch so hard.
So much merch.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey Dan. I almost said hey Mike. You don't do this.
Who won that contest? Designed that new shirt?
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and buy. I forget.
Add in later.
It's gonna be blank space where I put the name. I looked. You don't know? You're asking a question. You don't. No, you don't ask us questions. We ask you questions, Dan. You forget yourself.
So
Quote,
it's
Shakespeare.
Chang his. I think it's ZHANG.
Are we doing a fun thing where we guess the name of the
No,
person together?
Here's the thing, though. Like that boy hot. I didn't realize it until recently, but that
Wait,
boy
are
hot.
you talking about the model that he sent with that? Like he mocked up wearing the shirt, or the actual guy that sent us the thing?
The actual guy that sent us the thing.
Oh, hey, buddy. We can't objectify our audience like this.
Yes, we can. That boy hot.
Great. If you're hot, it's your fault. Okay, what's his name?
Chen Wang. It's ZHENHUANG.
Great. So thank you for winning the contest and creating our shirt, and we're going to be selling it. So go to Gayish Podcast and click on merch.
Zhen Huang?
Chen Wang.
Yeah. That seems... If that's not how you
Please
pronounce your
tell
name...
us.
No, change
Everyone,
it. No,
please
change it
tell
to make
us.
it right. No, just change it. Don't tell us anything. Just change your name pronunciation.
I mean, he's the only Asian person in Canada. He's easy to find.
okay.
That's not accurate.
It's not true, but it's fun to think about. I'm going to write a book called The Only Asian in Canada.
That boy hot. Okay,
Buy a shirt.
buy a shirt.
I think it's going to be like 20-ish bucks if you're going the just buying a shirt route, and a $15 a month contribution on Patreon gets you a shirt. So
Yeah.
okay, so now what I'm going to tell you about
Do it.
is, before I told you that women are sometimes viewed as the fairer of the sexes,
Yeah.
and
What does it even mean?
it means they are more fair. They're better judges, and
Okay.
if you are playing a badminton game, ask a woman to judge it. They're
Yep.
very fair.
Yep.
One of the things that people assume about women, which is really weird and stupid, is that they don't watch porn.
Oh, yeah, for sure they do.
There was a
End of segment.
end of segment. It's crazy, right? Next. New benefit.
Yeah.
Porn for women. We're creating it. Why would two gay guys create porn for women? Who knows? Whom knows? Okay. No. So there was, it's not just a random guess that people make or a weird stereotype about women or assumption. There was a Pew survey in 2013, which
Pew.
smelled so bad.
It stinks.
It rotted. There's something rotten in the state of Denmark.
Hamlet.
Hamlet, Shakespeare, and I connected it to Double Dutch. Boom! Podcast over. I did a triple entendre.
Except Denmark is not Dutch. Dutch is the Netherlands. Denmark is Danes.
All I care about is the D. Saved it. Okay. That was embarrassing, except that I made a joke, so it's funny. Okay. A Pew survey in 2013 said that 8% of women watch porn.
No.
The same survey said 25% of men watch porn.
Oh.
So we already know, like, we know that this survey
Stinks.
stinks to high heaven, if that existed, but it doesn't. So a sex therapist, Kimberly Resnick Anderson, said that quote, the statistic thrown around now is that 1 in 3 adult users of porn are female.
1 in 3?
1 in 3. So that's to say that they watch porn more than you think about, but men are still more likely to watch it, but
Okay.
women watch porn. Like,
Yeah.
women watch porn.
Yeah.
Porn's great.
Yeah.
People love sex. I don't know if you know this. Everyone loves sex.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's sexy. So, a Pornhub Insights study.
Oh, so you know it's real.
You know it's real. Pornhub is pretty great. Like, for being a company that you would just think is like, here's some porn, they're really cool. Like, they do studies, and they have a funny they have someone that is on like Reddit and social media and stuff that's like really quippy and funny, and I love it. Anyway, but they did the study that they don't divide up orientation, so it's just dividing up by men and women
Okay.
that we know about.
Okay.
Sorry, non-binary people, you don't watch porn. Pornhub doesn't know about you. But for men, the top categories that men look for, gay or straight, they just put them all into one. Is putting them all into one. That's the top category. Sorry. Okay. The main category they looked, of the categories they look for men, lesbian and gay are numbers 6 and 7 on their list of categories.
Okay.
So, like, you know, gay is probably like,
What are the first 5 things then? Because
I don't.
Oh,
I didn't have that.
Okay,
Probably like busty ladies is number 1.
pterodactyl
like,
porn.
Pterodactyl, yeah, like a vagina insertion is probably number 3. Whatever. The regular
DVD,
thing,
ADO,
straight.
HDF.
Yes, that's number 4 for sure, and soon to be DN at the end for double nose job. No, so of men, so like the gay, like that goes to show that like all the orientations are mixed together when we're talking about this, because like gay men look at gay porn, so they're the ones probably looking for gay, and straight men love lesbians, so they're in there too. But they're 6 and 7 in the categories. For women, lesbian and gay are numbers 1 and 2 in what they look for.
Yeah.
Women are gay. They fucking love gay shit. Which is like it goes there. There's like this entire article that like is talking about, well, why are women?
Yeah.
That's not all gay women that it's referring to make it number 1, 2. They're like far more straight women. So it has to be also straight women, not just. So like women like watching lesbian and gay porn.
Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting. And like some of the discussions are, when you see a woman in porn with men, you assume that she's being degraded or kind of abused, which I think in its own way is a little bit sexist, but
Yeah.
but understandable, probably because in general, women are treated worse, and so how much of that is based in like the true view of anyway?
Yeah. No, for sure.
But all that aside, like there are lots of reasons why it might be, but women love gay porn, so good for them.
Me too, girls. I get it.
Yeah, ladies. We have that in common. Okay, so now the interesting thing, I thought, so that's just what are their top categories overall.
Yeah.
Now we're going to start to compare what do women view more than men. So what are the actual rates at which they view things?
Okay.
Up top, the thing like they search for things like for women, almost 200% more. Makes sense. No, dudes probably won't type in porn for women because they're, I don't know. That's just women want porn for women.
Hold, please.
Hold what?
That's well done.
Thank you.
That's gotta be like real hot, actually.
Porn for women?
Yeah. Not the Liz Lemon kind. No.
Not the like.
I just mean
Let me listen to your
the
friends.
like shirtless firefighters holding kittens but banging each other.
God, yeah. Okay. Well, something that one, get those kittens out of there. They didn't consent at all. But you're right. Like something like in the article I was reading, it was something like,
oh my God, if I light a kitten on fire, do you think that
a shirtless
firefighter will
Let's
show
find
up?
out. We'll find it. We'll rent a cat. Cats are dumb, by the way. I hate them.
We're gonna rent it, but we're gonna pay the insurance.
Yeah. It brings a new meaning to gonna set that pussy on fire. Is that what straight people say before they fuck a lady? I'm pretty sure.
Are you gonna make an announcement about your medication now?
What? Oh, I'm on medication. I'm on new medication.
Great.
That's the announcement. Okay, but yes, they search for in Born for Men, which is porn. They eating a girl out is like 2 minutes, and then they're like, "Great dick in ya." Versus there's some porn that is more geared towards women, where that's the main event. Like that's what they're there to eat her out. Which, like, obviously, again, like this is when you view the world from a straight white male culture. Like, of course, eating her out is just the road to fucking her. Whereas women might just want to feel the pleasure from getting eaten out, and that's all she wants to see. So, like, there are big differences in when you're looking for something, specifically for women.
Yeah.
And yes, probably firefighters and kittens. But what's interesting is when it gets into some of the like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th things that they look at more often than men. Rough sex. They look at 90% more than men.
Yeah.
I would assume dudes would be the ones that are like, fucking fuck the shit. But no, ladies want to get fucked the shit out of too. The 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
this is
6.
the part of the podcast where Kyle counts.
6. I counted to 6. The sixth thing.
6 categories of porn.
Weird Sesame Street. You took a turn off of Sesame Street onto Mike and Kyle Street, and it got weird. Big Bird is middle finger fucking you, and it's yellow.
I mean, Big Bird, that's just Latin for giant cock.
Anyway, the 6th thing is double penetration. Women look for double penetration 83% more than men.
I mean, okay. Women vastly outnumber gay dudes, right? So, like, straight dudes aren't probably...
But women can do double penetration.
Yeah. Wait, what are you saying? I'm confused.
Women search for double penetration?
Yeah. Because like that's a thing that they can fantasize about having done to them.
But I would think that men would be. Why am I getting so angry at what I think, Mike? I don't know why. No, I would just
because straight guys are like, oh, double penetration. Okay, like
you think.
Like,
do they think it's too gay?
Let's high five or something. Like I just
so hot. Sorry, that's a separate thing. No, I would think men would be the ones really excited to look up double penetration for women, not women. Like I always think of men as being like, yeah, that's fuck her in the ass and the vagina.
No, that's why dudes love straight guys love lesbian porn, because they're like 2 chicks all on my one dick.
Yeah.
Like add another dude and not down.
I guess so. I mean, but to be fair, what I just told you is that women like lesbian porn more than men. So,
Okay, great.
so other things in that milieu of things that they like.
That's a double entendre.
Is it? Your mom hasn't been using hers, so she's got a lot of milieu on hers. Okay. Other things around that area where like women look at more rough sex, double penetration, gangbang, bondage, threesome, toys. All of those are things that women look at anywhere from 50 to 100% more than men.
Wow.
Which to me, that's like, I know that women look at porn, so I'm not so, like stupid as to believe in that. Like women are like just dainty, precious beings that just float around and make, upside down cakes. But, the more, I guess I know I have this thing where they're more rougher or kinkier or like those forms of sex I don't view as women wanting those. I view men as wanting them. And maybe that's because I'm gay, so I think of gay men as being kinkier, or maybe it's also has to be my some of my like sexism of women don't want those things men do. Women are what I just said was stupid. Women being like the fairer sex, the weaker ones, that they can't take that. So I know part of it is my sexism. But
Take it
twice.
Do you think your mom's watched porn?
I can't even imagine that she did. I once at the dinner table, it was glass on both sides. I just realized that's a bitch to clean. Why did they get that? Anyway, at the dinner table, I once asked my mom if she got drunk, and my dad told me that was an inappropriate question to ask.
That's bullshit.
So, agreed. But at the time, so I don't know, but that's a good, I'm telling you, I will never, that's not something we talk about.
Okay.
I've told you time and again that my family's different than yours.
No, for sure. I like asking me that question. Not interesting. Asking you that question.
I mean, because definitely your mom watches porn.
For sure.
Right?
She may or may not have been in one, for all I know.
Do you think she was called Ma Johnson then, too?
Maybe.
This is weird. Hoomsels, I guess my point is women love that rough, kinky shit.
Yeah.
And just do it to them if they want it, if they agree. Double penetration is the connection to our episode, but it is
in the butt.
But the butt is an important part of this. And I thought that was just very interesting, kind of changed my stereotypes about not only porn, but the sex women are curious about and watching. So I like that.
That's wild.
It's wild.
Why am I so uncomfortable?
Yeah? Because she's getting fucked in the pussy in the ass?
Oh, I mean...
No, you fucked a vagina. So.
If I had a pussy, shit would go in it all the time. Not shit, sorry. Things would go in it all the time.
Would you fuck her with your balls?
Maybe.
Would you create okay. Yeah, why are you uncomfortable? What's uncomfortable about this?
No, it was that you both stared at me like it was my job to move things along.
Oh, yeah, well, it is. I thought you were going to go to the next segment. Or do you want to talk about anything else?
Nope, great.
Okay, yeah.
This can be a fast segment if we let it be.
That never works.
I have bitched about this before.
Okay.
The song Should I Stay or Should I Go?
Oh, God. Are we really getting into this?
By The Clash is the dumbest song that has ever been written, and I hate it.
I do know this about you.
Okay.
Why, Mike?
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. This is, how sometimes we say there are differences between regular us and podcasting us?
Yes.
Regular me doesn't give a shit and knows what you're going to say and would leave. Podcasting me has to ask the question that leads you into telling us what you're already going to tell us no matter what I say, which is, why don't you like that, Mike?
Yeah. Okay.
Now you get to go say your thing while I drink.
Great. Enjoy your wine while I talk about how fucking... Shut up, Kyle. While I talk about how dumb this song is.
I'm 10% more into you.
So 11% into me. Okay, the chorus of Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash is Should I stay or should I go now? Okay. Should I stay or should I go now? If I go, there will be trouble, and if I stay, it will be double. So come on and let me know, should I stay or should I go? You should fucking go. Go. If you go, there's trouble. If you stay, it is double. Double is twice as much trouble. Fucking go. Why is this a question? You are stupid.
Oh, Mike, can I make it sad?
Yeah.
Of course, that's what the divorcee says.
A double divorcee.
That's the double we should have talked about. No, let's focus on this quote. Because sometimes when you stay, sometimes going through double the trouble gives you double the reward. So maybe, in spite of all the extra, it is more trouble to be there and present and in a relationship with someone, but the benefits you get from doing that, from powering through that, from dealing with that trouble is double the happiness.
Okay.
Boom! You burnt.
No, I'm an engineer. This is about math. Half the trouble.
But what I'm saying,
if you go, it is half the trouble.
What I'm saying is that is one.
What
of
if you want
the-
trouble? Okay.
What if you're a dirty, dirty boy who loves trouble?
Okay, but for people who don't know, because we haven't talked about it that much, you speak Spanish.
Okay.
Okay.
See.
So
Hablo
there's a lot of these lyrics are Spanish, and
What?
so I want to know. I want to know what. So okay,
Oh, boy.
darling, you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine, I'll be here till the end of time. So you've got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? It's always tease, tease, tease. You're happy when I'm on my knees. So am I. One day is fine. The next is black. So if you want me off your back, well, come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go?
I have to break it to you, Mike. None of this is Spanish.
You know, so far, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Oh, I understood it, so I assumed this was all Spanish because I'm so bilingual.
This indecision's bugging me. Esta indecisión me molesta.
That's literally the same thing as it's bugging me.
Okay, great.
Molestar sounds like it means to molest, but it does not mean that.
Disturb.
It just means to, yeah.
Yeah. If you don't want me, set me free. Oh, this is the same thing. Si no me quieres, líbrame.
Yeah.
Exactly whom I'm supposed to be.
They get it. They get it. High five to that person for making the joke before I could.
Dígame quién tengo ser. That's the same thing.
Tell me who I am to be.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. Now you've made me realize. Thank you, Kyle. That the whole song is just English and then the Spanish that is the English.
Why did they randomly say the Spanish version of what they said? Is it to double the length of the song for free?
No,
I don't have to think more?
that's the part that they chant in the background. You know what I mean?
No.
Oh.
I don't want this. I do not consent.
Don't you
Don't
know
play-
which clothes even fit me? Sabes que ropas me queda? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he sings a thing, and then there's like dudes chanting in the background. What they are chanting is Spanish for exactly what he just fucking said.
That's weird. I think relationships are hard work, and you have to invest yourself and be willing to put up with double the trouble to get double the happiness. I think that your engineering view of things doesn't always apply to love, and maybe that's something you need to learn from this.
Feelings are stupid.
Wow, did I just take your lighthearted segment and drop a big love truth bomb on it?
Just like a Cleveland steamer on my chest.
And I ate double the Taco Bell, so it's real gross.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Mike.
If we take a break, there'll be trouble. If we don't, it will be double. So you've got to let me know.
Oh no, you just put me in a place where the only way I can get out of this is by going for the option you wanted of causing single version of trouble. So I can't. No, we're never going on a break. We're literally the podcast is our lives now. We exist in the podcast only ever.
Should we take a break?
No.
Let's take a break.
No.
Let's take a break!
No.
Break!
No, I'm not doing a thing. I still have a thing to say.
Oh, okay.
I only realized like partway through is like, oh, you think I'm doing a funny joke. So funny.
Why would I start
One
thinking
more?
that now?
One more thing. If you go to Gayish Podcast and then click on the merch button, because we don't know how to get rid of that other shit. Not only will we have shirts, but we will also have a mins of one extra content available for you that will be a ringtone.
Oh, yeah, ringtone.
We sometimes sing.
Yeah, we do.
It's like a sing tone. I hate it. I hate that word that I just said. Okay, but we'll have a minimum of one of the songs that we have sung impromptu for you to download for free. So if you want some, not only to take a look at our amazing shirt, but also if you want some extra free downloads.
If you want, every time somebody calls you, for you to hear us sing at a gay bar,
I don't remember how it went.
What's wrong with you?
Then you're crazy. But
we support your choices.
But your craziness tends to lead to money, so we're a fan of it. No, but yeah, you can download some other free stuff there. So check it out to see other, not necessarily merch, but other things that you can get for free. Now we can take a break. Now I consent.
Yeah, I can take it.
12%.
Let's take a break.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break. Break.
This is the part where Mike and Kyle take a break.
But a thing you can't stop. But I like this dirty pop. This must be pop. Pop.
Okay. Are we back?
Yeah. We're back.
We're back.
A good way. Here's a hint.
Okay.
If you're a podcaster that is in a room with other people, once you say we're back, everyone else has to shut up. So if you don't care what they're saying, then you just say we're back. Sorry, Dan. You're probably great. Okay. Before we do anything else, we just recorded an incredibly amazing, the most amazing Patreon version.
Believe me.
Segment.
It was tremendous.
It was so good.
The best is his segment in the history of segments.
I am the smartest at segments. I am the best at segments, and no one has ever been better at segmenting than me. So go to patreon.com/Gayish podcast if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
And we're going to do our Gayish and Straightest.
We're going to do our Gayish and Straightest, but first, our website is gayishpodcast.com.
I'm going to change the order. Email is gayishpodcast@gmail.com. Fuck everyone.
Ooh.
I do my own thing.
Our hotline. You can send us text messages if you want to, or leave us voicemails, whatever they're called, if you want to. It's 5855-GAYISH. That's 585-542-9474. Standard rates apply. Did I say it wrong? 585-542-9474. 585-5-GAYISH. 585-542-9474. Double rates apply.
Double rates apply. Give us more money for your rates. My rates certainly go up around this time of year. And we're on so much social media. You can find us at Gayish Podcast or /Gayish Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and not LinkedIn.
Twitter.
Also Twitter.
And YouTube.
And by the way, YouTube too. And join our group, facebook.com/group/Gayish Podcast. So much fun and gayness and it's just good. Gayish and Straightest?
Yeah, let's do our Gayish and Straightest.
Cool. I'll go.
Okay, do it.
My gayest thing is crying.
Okay.
This is, I guess now, like, I've been changing my medication for my depression, and I'm still in the process where, like, withdrawing from the other one and getting the new one. I have never had as crazy. I am a mental case wrapped in a bubble of insecurity, and, like, I've never done this. I have had uncontrollable crying. I have sobbed. The fact that I have not cried yet is very impressive. Good work, me. But I've, on multiple occasions, just started crying uncontrollably. If you take the medication out of it, that feels like a gay thing, because showing emotion crying feels pretty gay. It's the medication.
If we stare at you, we should just start crying now. Like
I could. There's a thin line between me and wet.
Great.
What did a penguin say before he jumped in a pool? No, I don't know. Okay. There's a thin line between me and Matt. Anyway, okay, my straightest thing is... Okay, so I went wine tasting. Hear me out! Sounds kind of gay. Why are you leaving? Mike is gone.
I think there's something wrong with... I've never had just one can of beer that was awful. This one is turned. There's something wrong with this one.
Does beer turn? That's how it tastes all the time for me. Now you get it. I'm sorry. Would you like to sit back down and finish this fucking podcast?
Whatever.
Yeah, I know. When going wine tasting, so in Washington, like Woodinville is our like wine tasting place. So we went there, and it's just all straight people. It's just like there were ladies doing ladies days, and there were just straight people that were drinking
It's white
stuff.
women
and,
in
like,
their 40s and the men that they forced to come with them.
Yes, exactly. And so us, like, we did not fit in with anything, and we were very loud. One of the gays in our group was very smart about, like, let's not go there. They're all being quiet. So I don't think we should go. That's not our environment necessarily. So like we gated up for sure, but just the environment was like, yeah, exactly. Straight white people that loved drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, okay. I was in Ireland. That's why we skipped a episode.
Oh, yes. We skipped a week. Y'all are motherfuckers of the grandest fuckery and loved that episode.
Yeah. Apparently we need to do 30-second episodes.
Yes, less is more.
So both my gayest and straightest have to do with Ireland. Before I go into that, though, met this lovely woman who... met this lovely woman who is actually from Ireland, but she now lives in Scotland. Mm-hmm. She said that one of her favorite things ever was she was talking to her grandmother about this boy. And she said that her grandmother said that that boy has, quote, a wee touch of the gay. Which is pretty great.
Yeah, anytime you get wee touched.
Yeah.
Well, gay.
I mean, we have a wee touch of the gay.
We do have a wee touch of the gay.
But so on this trip, it was for my neighbor's wedding, and they're amazing.
They're
and
both beautiful, like the kind of couple that's annoying how great they seem. And
It's
how
stupid.
Yeah, I hate them.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
But one of their friends that came to the wedding that we hung out with is this dude.
How hung
well,
out with?
Yeah, except not at all. So it's. I told him I was going to talk about him.
Really?
His name is Fraser. He's a
Fraser.
No, Fraser.
Fraser. Okay.
Yep. He's just a 6'7" dude from Scotland. He's gigantic.
One of those.
Yeah. You know, we all know a 6'7" guy from Scotland.
Yeah. Just
What-
picture your friend, the 6'7" Scotlander.
Yep.
Scotlander.
He played the bagpipes at their wedding. It was really great.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Were you like the? Is it one of those cognitive dissonance of like this sounds horrible, but you're so beautiful?
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
like-
Okay. First of all, I would bang him if he were 5'11", and I don't care if he listens to this and hears it. Like, but I also happen to know not into me. He wants tiny hairless twinks apparently. So, what?
I was just imagining how much effort would have to go into me posing as a tiny, like,
How much does he have to drink for you to be what he wants?
and I was like, Tyra Banks put on the fat suit, but she like that's easier because bigger. It's harder for me to put on a skinny suit.
Yeah.
I would love if there was a skinny suit. I'm gonna buy Spanx as a real summary of what I'm saying. What am I talking? Go ahead. Hot Scotland guy.
Let's put you on the railroad tracks so that your legs get cut off.
Oh my
so
God.
that you can have variable length legs.
Go on Amtrak. Something disastrous will happen to you that will make you lose part of your physical being.
Oh God. Okay. So this beautiful, beautiful boy who is not into me, but whatever. Fraser, he was there. It was great. Okay.
Wait. Oh, you haven't gotten into your gays.
No.
Okay, great.
So the straightest thing about me, while I was in that trip anyway, we were driving from Dublin to Galway, and Fraser brought his car, so he was driving us. He was our ride, and it was just understood. It doesn't matter where we are. At 4:15, we're pulling the fuck over because the rugby game is on, and we're going to watch it. Just so be ready for that. So we were in this little town called Athlone, and we watched the rugby match between Scotland and England. And I actually really liked it a whole bunch.
A gay dude into rugby?
He plays rugby too. But it was great. And also great was that even though we were in Ireland, everyone was cheering for Scotland because anybody but England is the like the rule for life there. So
that makes sense.
just the Irish were totally on the Scotland side because like fuck England. Fuck them.
Who won?
I
was going to say, if we're going with history, England probably won somehow.
England was ahead at the half by like 21-7 or something ridiculous like that, and then it ended up being tied at the end. Scotland totally came back, and like it was a really good game, and then at the end it was tied.
They just go with
'Cause
ties?
ties are a thing in rugby.
You can't do that.
I mean, you can, because they did.
Oh. All right.
And then the gayest thing about me this week, not this week, the gayest thing about me in recent memory, in Galway, we stayed at this Airbnb, and the owner was super involved. He was like, insisted on meeting us at the door and like gave us a tour of the property and was like, here's how you do the heater. And it was real weird. It was real weird. Weirder still, his tour started with, this is the living room and my mom's in the hospital. She could die at any minute. Let's go upstairs and look at the laundry area. Like,
What?
Yeah. So he's like talking about his mom who's ill. Okay. We were there for like 4 days. Everybody else went into town to go drinking or whatever. I was home. I was at the Airbnb working that day. And I'm just tickety typing on my laptop, and there's a knock on the window behind me, and I scared the fucking shit out of me. I turn around, and it's the dude. It's the Airbnb guy who's like,
knocking on your
can we
window.
talk or whatever?
Sure.
So then like I go around to the front of the house and open the door. And he's like, my mom died this morning. So I won't be here to help check you out tomorrow. So if we could just do the walkthrough now and then like whatever. I'm like,
Sure.
okay, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. We do the walkthrough. He leaves. Then I'm typing more work stuff. And I look out the window, and there's so many people outside, like out in the driveway of this house. I neglected to mention that dude with the Airbnb that owned the Airbnb lived next door. So, like, this is their neighborhood, right? There's a fuck ton of people out there. I'm like, okay, interesting, whatever. And then Airbnb guy is like, yeah, we're bringing my mom home today, so I'm going to be real busy. Apparently in Ireland it's a thing. You bring the body home, and everybody in the neighborhood lined up along the street so that they could watch the hearse with the mom in it drive by. And it was like a hearse, but had like a glass cage, like a giant aquarium on the back of it.
Like the Pope Mobile?
Like the Pope Mobile, so that you could see the coffin. And so I'm like, should I even texted the people that were traveling with me. I'm like, should I go out there? Is it like, they know I'm here. Is it rude if I stay inside? Because like the body is going to be driving by any minute. And apparently that like everybody shows up and stands on the side of the road. Should I do that too? And I think the consensus was, no, you should not do that.
Oh, don't. Yeah.
I did. I went outside and I stood on the side of the road next to all the neighbors, and here comes this coffin like a Pope Mobile with like, you can see, not the coffin, hearse. Here comes the hearse with the coffin like the Pope Mobile in the back of it. Anyway, so the gayest thing about me this week, that's the setting, that's happening. I can't stop staring at this boy across the street from me in the lineup. I'm like, oh my God, he's so beautiful. He's wearing sweatpants, and I want him to take them off because he was so hot, and I felt so disgusting because there's like literally a dead body between me and him, and I'm still staring at him.
Nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. Oh, no. That's the thing about being gay. It's very happy.
Right?
It's just dead bodies can't stop us.
And then I kept thinking, what if, like in the movie version of this trip, because I'm in a foreign country, the body comes alive and crawls across that field and climbs into the window and kills us all.
The zombie movie version. I was thinking the rom-com version is the coffin falls out the back and it breaks open. You have to run up and pick her up, and like you pick up the dead body, but then the dude you were staying at like also picks up the dead body, and your hands touch.
Yeah,
and you look
yeah.
at each other, and you're like,
And then we get married.
and then you eat her.
Does the movie end with one of us?
It's zombies too. What?
Okay, yeah.
One of you dies for sure. And then the other one like touches or picks up the dead body of their lover, and they remember the moment you met, and it's very sad and touching. It wins 10,000 Oscars. Also, there's there's gays in there, and probably a character's trans, and someone's disabled, just for extra Oscar worthiness.
So that's it.
That's it.
This has been Gayish. I don't have to say the part that I usually say just now because it wasn't Shirley Finn, it was me.
Oh yeah, well,
A special thanks to me for our theme music.
Is that what we're gonna say for now? Special thank you to Mike.
A special thank you as always to me for our theme music.
Also, we still go download Charlie. Her name changed on iTunes
To Charlie Sheen.
to Charlie, but go download her stuff. I really love her album still, especially the song "P.S. I'm Gayish." So go download that. But from now on, just thanks, Mike, for singing vocally.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone who doubles up their beef patties, whether it's Wendy's or penetration. 2 meat is better than
If it's a double quarter pounder, why is it just called a half pounder?
You can't get into this now. This is the closing. I already told you all the riddles I can manage. This is a riddle that I can't answer in this many few seconds.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
This has been Gayish. I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Guts. Until next week, be butch, be fabulous, be you. See you next week.
See you next week.
Happy
birthday to us.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, us.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy schmers. Wait, are we allowed to say happy birthday? Or is that copyrighted by like something?
Oh, no. The song's copyrighted.
Oh, it's not anymore though. Maybe.
Public domain?
Can we call it something else? Happy birthday.
Happy anniversary.
Happy birthday.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. That's what gays celebrate. Okay, bye.